The walk that changed everything. Diane freezes right there on Maplewood Trail. The cold Wisconsin air fills her lungs because up ahead, she sees something impossible. A man jogging under the pines. Same shoulders, same stride, same navy blue jacket. He looks exactly like her late husband, Michael. But Michael has been gone for 8 years. And that moment was the beginning of everything. Before that morning, 58-year-old Diane Walker wasn't looking for miracles. She wasn't even looking for excitement. Her life in Maplewood, Wisconsin was quiet, predictable, and honestly, heavy. She carried more than 70 extra pounds, but the weight on her heart was even heavier. Her daughter, Rachel, lived in Chicago. Her son, Ben, was all the way in Seattle. Everyone checked on her, but no one really saw her. Except her doctor, who warned again and again, "Diane, we need to turn this around." But she didn't. Not yet. Her one small habit, the only thing she hadn't abandoned, was walking Maplewood Trail. On that Tuesday morning, she almost stayed home. Too tired, too lonely, too stuck. But she went anyway. And then, there he was, jogging ahead of her. The same jacket Michael loved, the same gait. Diane whispered, "Mike." The man never turned, just rounded the corner and vanished into the trees. That night she told Rachel. Rachel said it was probably just someone who looked like him. But Diane shook her head. No, this was different, and she couldn't let it go. The next day she returned to the trail, and the next, and the next. At first it was just 15 minutes, a slow walk, checking every runner who passed. Then 30 minutes, then 45 minutes, then over an hour. She didn't even notice the weight loss at first. Her mind was too busy searching for answers. 2 weeks in, her breathing improved. 3 weeks in, her jeans grew loose. 4 weeks in, she saw her reflection and gasped. Her face looked alive. When Rachel visited weeks later, she laughed and cried at the same time. "Mom, look at you!" But Diane didn't stop. She kept walking, kept pushing, kept transforming. All because of that one impossible moment on Maplewood Trail. On a brisk Saturday morning, while tying her shoes, someone tapped her shoulder. "Excuse me, are you Diane?" She turned to see a tall man, 60s, athletic, wearing a green running jacket. "I'm Dr. Jonathan Hayes. I've seen you walking here every day. It's inspiring." Diane laughed. "Me? Inspiring?" Jonathan smiled warmly. "You're the talk of the morning runners. You show up, rain or shine." They walked together a bit, and as they talked, Diane noticed something that made her chest tighten. His height, his shoulders, his stride. He looked like the man I saw weeks ago. "Have we met before?" she asked. Jonathan hesitated. "Actually, yes, kind of." Jonathan took a deep breath. "I knew your husband. Michael Walker trained me when I was a young doctor in Milwaukee." Diane froze. "You knew Mike?" Jonathan nodded. "He taught me everything about compassion. When I heard about the accident, I was devastated." Tears filled Diane's eyes. "But how did you recognize me?" Jonathan's voice softened. "I was one of the doctors in the trauma wing the night he passed away. You were holding his hand, telling him to hold on. I never forgot the love in your voice." Diane covered her mouth, overwhelmed. Jonathan continued, The first day I saw you walking here, I recognized you. I didn't want to intrude, but then there's something else." He swallowed. "That morning you thought you saw Michael? I was wearing a navy blue jacket I bought from a thrift store. I didn't know it looked like his." Diane's heart pounded. That explained everything. The impossible moment? The man I chased for weeks? She hadn't been chasing a ghost. She'd been chasing motivation. From that day on, Diane didn't walk the trail to find someone. She walked because she wanted to. Because she finally believed she deserved to be healthy. Jonathan joined her twice a week. They talked, they laughed, they healed. By 3 months, Diane had lost 28 pounds. By 6 months, 47 pounds. Her doctor nearly fell over. "What on earth have you been doing?" And Diane said, smiling, "Walking every day and believing I'm worth the effort." Rachel cried tears of joy. Ben flew in from Seattle to hug her. And Diane? She felt alive again. Sometimes she still wondered if that first sighting was coincidence or something greater. But one thing she knew for sure, it changed her life. If you're over 50 and trying to lose weight, start with the one thing Diane mastered. Just walk every day, even for 10 minutes. Slow and steady burns fat, lowers stress, strengthens your heart, and transforms your mind. Consistency beats intensity every single time. If Diane's journey inspired you, I want you to do just one thing today. Start. Even if it's small, start. And before you go, comment, "I can start today," if you're ready to begin your own transformation.